Hey everyone, welcome to another Bird Dog unboxing video. I'm CJ Farrell, and in this one we are going to be unboxing the brand new Play Pro. We're so excited for this next generation NDI decoder, and in this one I'm going to show you guys what's inside the box and how to get started and off the ground running with this new NDI decoder. So without further ado, let's go ahead and show you guys a top-down view, and let's open this bad boy up. So on the front we do have two seals right here that you'll need to cut. On the back, it shows what's in the box. So we have our Bird Dog Play Pro, and we have a VESA multi-mount, which we'll get into. And then we have our MAC address right here, as well as the stock number. So once you take off the seals and open it up, you'll be greeted by the Play Pro. And as we go through it, you'll notice on this generation, it is a all metal housing. So we have metal housing around, and it makes it a lot more of a robust feeling product. The previous generation Play was plastic, so this is a nice improvement for that. It does have a drilled out fan vent holes here. So make sure that when you mount this thing, there is airflow that's able to be expelled from the unit here. On the sides, we do have some mounting holes, and this is one of the nice things of having the metal casing. You do have some M3 screw holes right here, which go into the mount. And then we also have these little slits right here, which you can see on both sides, and this is for zip ties or cable ties. So you can slide those through and then mount this on something if you need to secure it, rather than going around the whole housing like the previous Play needed to do. We also have a silicone kind of grippy ring right here, so as you put it on the desk, it doesn't slide around. And then on the back port, we have our 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. So if you want to take the audio out of that instead of the HDMI, you can do so. The HDMI is going to be how you get the video content to your screen. It'll also carry the audio over it as well. And then we do have a USB-C for power if you need it. But one of the nice new things about Play Pro that was a change from the previous version is you have PoE, or power over Ethernet. So with one cable, you can have the video connection, the data, and power delivered over this. So you plug that guy in and then HDMI and you're good to go. Now, like I said, you can plug in a 5 volt 2 amp USB-C power if you need to, if you don't have a PoE switch, but we do recommend you utilizing that as your method of powering it. On the front, we have two USB-A ports. This is for a keyboard and mouse for NDI KVM control. We have a little reset pin. We have our just CEC sensor right here, and then we have our new LED status light. So that's kind of the outside features of the Play Pro as you get into it. In addition, in the box, we have our VESA multi-mount. So this has some screws in it. So it's 4 screws for the mount and then 2 for a VESA mount inside, 6 total. And then we have our mount right here. Now this is a clever little device that essentially will mount on the side of the Play Pro. So you'll just line it up to either side depending on which way you want the cables to go. And then you will mount the 4 screws like so, and then the Play Pro will attach like this. So the cool thing is this right here is where you would attach the top hook on a VESA mount. So if you just unscrew that slightly, you can actually just hook this on since it's a very thin profile. You'll hook it onto it, and then these 2 notches right here will basically slide into the 75 or the 100 VESA mount spec. So you'll hook it on and then it'll slide into place. Now, the other thing that you can also do is you can utilize it as a desk mount if you want to just mount it to underneath the desk. This is rigid enough to where it's not going to go anywhere. You can also mount it to the wall if you need to as well. So that's the basic function of the multi-mount. You can use it for a couple different workflow scenarios there, and it's just a handy tool that comes right in the box for the Play Pro. Like I said, here's your screws for it. This is the mount, and that's all you need for that. So now let's go ahead and shift over to how we get started with the Play Pro. So I'll go ahead and get this off to the side, and let's go ahead and plug this guy in. So the 2 main cables we're going to need is we'll plug in our HDMI first, which we recommend, and then we will plug in our PoE Ethernet adapter. So as soon as I plug that in, you'll hear a click. You'll see some activity lights go right here on the back of it, and the fan should start spinning. Now, if I flip over to my screen here, here you go. You'll see the booting screen. So as soon as you plug it in, you should see that. And then on the front, we're essentially going to wait for this little light to come on. And once that light is on, it kind of indicates that the Play Pro is fully booted up. So you'll see the light comes on to white. So any second now, this screen should change to the screensaver of the Play Pro. And there it is. So you can see on the top left, we have our IP address, which is 192.168.50.105, and that's the main information that we need for PlayPro to get access to it. So if I go ahead and I'll flip over to my screen, we'll go into our web browser, and on any computer that's connected to the same network, we're gonna type in the URL 192.168.50.105. And this is now the PlayPro web UI. So I have that going, and you can see on my dashboard, this is what firmware version it's on. So this is the shipping firmware. And then you can see the IP address there pretty easily. And then we can go into our AV setup tab. Now, once we do this, we'll just log in with the BirdDog password, which is just BirdDog, lowercase, one word. And now we're in. So we do have our dashboard page. We have our network page. And this is where we can do things like change any of the IP address settings. So if we want to say static, we can make it to where this is always going to boot to the same IP address. We can change the device name here under BirdDog name, and then we can also change if it's TCP, RUDP, or if you're using multiple of these, you can do multicast. Access Manager configuration. Now this is basically for if you want to send this across different subnets or to different parts of the network that might not be in the same normal spot that you would. So if you need to access this in different locations, check out NDI groups and go over to the NDI website to learn more about that. If I go to the System tab, this is where you'll be able to change your password. You can do system updates for firmware updates that we'll have. You can reboot the device. You can also reset it to default. So if you ever change something that you don't like, maybe you go to static and forget it, or you want to change back, if you just hit the reset button, that'll take you back to factory default settings. You can also go into dark mode on the web UI if you need to, which is nice if you have this thing outside or inside, depending on what you want for your screen brightness. And then AV setup is where most of the action is going to happen for PlayPro. We do have our HDMI timeout, so if there is the splash screen, which we showed earlier, which looks like this, you can basically set it to where the PlayPro will never time out, or if I go to one of these, if you're not decoding an NDI feed, you can have it to where the output will be disabled if you want. Like I said, by default, it's set to never. We do have our new LED light, which by default is on. If you want, you can turn that off, totally up to you. And by default, it is set to status mode. You can also do a custom color. So if you wanted to do like BirdDog green, you can do that. So if I flip over here, now my light is green. So that's a totally cool option if you want. We can also cycle through the colors as well. So if I go to color cycle, this is just going to basically flip through the different colors. And as I go here, it's going to cycle through different LED colors. So handy if you want to tag a certain PlayPro with the different colors so you know which one is which. And is very customizable to what your workflow is. But by default status, it will be white. And then as soon as we start decoding, this will turn blue. We can do our Connect, SRT, or by default NDI. We have our NDI audio, which we can mute. By default, it is active. And then we can also send the audio either out of the HDMI port, or we can send it out of analog out, which will then go out of the headphone jack on the back if you wanted to go into a separate speaker system or something like that. We do have one of the new features for PlayPro, which is fast switch. So this is to where if you have signals that are all the same format and NDI type, this basically functions to where instead of a little brief pause when it switches sources, it'll be instant. So this is a very handy feature if you have want the switch to be faster and all your NDI sources are the same format, you can utilize fast switch. And then NDI decode source. This is where we're gonna change to show what we want to on the screen. So I'm gonna choose that overhead camera, and then as soon as I hit apply here, and I'll get ready to show you guys the screen. As soon as I hit apply, we will flip over to my TV screen, and now I am live. So we are decoding out to the PlayPro, and it's that easy to switch sources. You can see my LED is now blue. This indicates that it is decoding a source. So then if we were go back to the web UI and we were to change this to back to none and then apply, if you sit here, the feed will go back to the splash screen, and then my PlayPro will go back to white on standby. So that is the basic functionality though of how you can utilize PlayPro. We will be having more follow-up videos showing some of the exciting new features for PlayPro, such as KVM, fast switch, and things like that. But for more information, just go over to birddog.tv to learn more about the PlayPro, but hope you guys enjoyed that walkthrough and first unboxing of the device. Until then, have a good one.